I have seen the Mashiach, the Messiah. I have held him in my arms. For so long I have prayed for his coming. For so long I have searched the writings for his coming. And he has come. And I have held him. The Spirit told me that I would not die until I saw him. And now I may depart in peace. I knew that he had come. The shepherds, they could not keep silent. I wish he had not had to come. But from the writings he had to come. From the beginning he had to come. For you, over 5,000 years ago, it was determined that he would come. For Yahweh, it was always so, because he knows the end even from the beginning. But this is why he had to come. Moses wrote in the book of beginnings, and Yahweh God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, cursed thou above all the cattle and every beast of the field. On thy belly dost thou go, and thou shalt eat all the days of thy life. And enmity I put between thee and the woman, between thy seed and her seed. He doth bruise thee, the head. Thou dost bruise him, the heel. To the woman he said, multiplying, I multiply thy sorrow and thy conception in sorrow. Dost thou bear children, and toward thy husband thy desire, and he doth rule over thee. To the man he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and dost eat of the tree concerning which I have charged thee, saying, thou dost not eat of it, curse the ground on thine account. In sorrow dost thou eat all the days of thy life, and thorn and bramble it doth bring forth to thee. Thou dost eaten the herb of the field, and by the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread until you return unto the ground, for out of it thou hast been taken. For dust you are, and unto dust you return. And the man called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And Yahweh God doth make to the man and to his wife coats of skin, and doth clothe them. And so bloodshed came to us. And so blood must be shed. And so the Mashiach, the Messiah, the Christ, was told that he would come. When Israel was blessing his sons, 12 of them, he blessed one, Judah. He was cruel and hard, bloodthirsty. And his father's blessing for him was Yahweh's promise to us. And Judah, thou, thy brethren praise thee. Thy hand is on the neck of thine enemies. Sons of thy father bow themselves to thee. A lion's whelp, Judah, For pray, my son, thou hast gone up. He hath bent, he hath crouched as a lion, and as a lioness who causeth him to arise. The scepter turneth not aside from Judah, and the lawgiver from between his feet, till his seed come, and his the obedience of the peoples. Binding to the vine his donkey, and to the choice vine the colt of his donkey. He hath washed in wine his clothing, and the blood of grapes his covering. The coming of the Mashiach will mean the shedding of blood. By the God of thy father who helpeth thee, and the mighty one who blesseth thee, blessing of the heavens from above, blessing of the deep lying under, blessing of breast and womb, thy father's blessing have been mighty above the blessing of all who came before me. Unto the limit of the heights, age enduring, they are for the head and the crown of the one separate from his brothers. For you, 2,500 years ago, a man named Job, he had great suffering in his life. But this, he said, I know that my Redeemer lives. And so he does. David wrote of his coming. To the overseer on the hind of the morning, a psalm of David, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Far from my salvation, the words of my roaring. My God, I called by day, and thou answerest not, and by night, then there is no silence to me. Thou art holy, sitting the praise of Israel. And these our father did trust. They trusted, and thou dost deliver them. And again he wrote, thou hast ascended on high. Thou hast taken captive captivity. Thou hast taken gifts for men, that even the refractory may rest. O Yah, God, blessed the Lord. Day by day he layeth on us, God himself, our salvation. God himself to us, a God for deliverance. And Yahweh, Lord,